welcome to Goddess Gardens. So this week I'd like to talk a little bit about how much I love watching reality dating shows. As we all know, obviously First Dates is my favourite. Apart from the obvious, I do love it in that it's probably more real than a lot of them. Especially what's going on at the minute, all these new ones that are coming up, which are getting more and more extreme, but that's why I absolutely love them. So, going back to probably dating shows first started as Blind Date, which is pretty much similar formats what they still use, which is perfectly fine. Boy meets girl, after hearing, which I think is possibly a bit scripted answers to questions. And that's the same with Take Me Out. I think some of you girls, I don't want to be rude or anything, but some of you girls are not going to be that quick on the draw to answer the question that you're given with a quick retort that you do. Might be wrong, might be perfectly wrong, but there you go. But Take Me Out I was never a massive fan of. Never a massive fan of Take Me Out. I don't know why. I just couldn't really get into that. I used to watch it sometimes, but when First Date started, that for me was the ultimate one. And obviously everybody knows I went on it, blah, blah, blah. But what you probably don't know is I went to a wrap party of First Dates at the end of the second series. Wasn't a big deal then, First Dates. It hadn't really caught on, and Fred wasn't in it. And the wrap party, I was friendly with a couple of girls who'd been on it, and the wrap party was at in London at a place called Café de Paris. And one of the girls who'd organised it, she was on that series, and she went on to meet her partner who'd also not been on that series but has been on First Dates, and now they've got a lovely family. But she'd organised it all, and I don't know, there was some sort of list drawn up. So me and my friend had booked in a hotel in London, and we're all like dead excited, and we're queuing up to get into this place, and we saw a couple of the guys who'd been in the series sort of march past, go straight to the front like, do you know who I am? I thought, God's sake. So, because like I said, First Dates then wasn't a big deal. It only really took off after series 3. So anyway, we get in and we're having a good time, and it was nice to meet everybody. And towards the end, towards the end of the night, it might have been about 1 o'clock. And some people had probably far too much alcohol. And I didn't realise there'd been some sort of running feud, possibly, or things had been said between two of the girls who'd been on it. And one girl was sat on this stool thing, and there was a bit of an argument going on with the other one who was stood up. Anyway, the one who was stood up, her mate then came over from, I don't know if she must have been listening. She just came over and absolutely punched this one sat down right off a seat. So I just said, I think it's time we went. It's obviously going to kick off. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be on the front page of the Sun tomorrow morning. So we left them to it. After that, the wrap parties, I think Fred had them in the restaurant that he was working in. I don't know if he still works there. He's far too busy, I think. But he used to have them. He used to have, I think it was Thursday night, and he'd invite everybody who'd been on that particular series, and they'd have a DJ on and, a couple of drinks, bit of food. But I didn't go. So, yeah, that was quite an event. And apart from First Dates, my guilty pleasure is Naked Attraction. And Naked Attraction, for me, I can't call it a dating show, obviously. It's just for the comedy value. It's the sheer comedy value. When you've got 2 naked people at the end. No, 3 naked people, because he or she has to choose then, don't they? Between who's left. And, Anne Richardson would say like, so James, what is it you like about, Rachel? Go, she's got lovely eyelashes. Of course she has, James, because you've noticed them, haven't you? And you just think, right. But that's what makes it funny. And then they go on this date fully clothed. I've not read or heard or seen anything about any of them actually staying together after that. But I do watch it. And I don't know if you know this is a little well-known fact. Well, no, it can't be a well-known fact if it's a little fact, well-known fact. But anyway, Naked Attraction is the only dating show that has to advertise for women. Doesn't have to advertise for men. Every other dating show has to advertise for men. Women flock to go on them, men not so much. Naked Attraction is the opposite to that. Well, that just says it all, doesn't it? Because we all know what pictures men like to send in everybody's DMs. So this is like for the world to see, not just one or two girls, isn't it? Bit of an exhibitionist, but I do like to see it. Then we have recently, the past couple of years has been a bit of a strange one for dating shows, where they've gone a bit more extreme, and one of them has been, I don't know if it's the fourth series coming up, but I'll be watching it, I'm addicted, Married at First Sight. And Married at First Sight is more to do with science, where you've got psychologists and everybody else putting together mutual interests, blah blah, till they get these people and they say, right, these are the two we think would get on the best. Sometimes it proved right, sometimes it proved wrong, but it's some of the parents though get really upset, and I can understand that, because it's a real wedding, it's a real marriage. I don't think they can get out of it for about 6 months, you know. So yeah, they get married and then they sort of like get to know about each other, and obviously in one or two series things have kicked off, things have been found out about people and this, that and the other, which happens. That's what happens in real life. You know, you can still marry somebody and not know half of what's going on or what they've done in the past. So that's what happens. So yeah, Married at First Sight I think is due to come up again, which is great. Then we have the latest two. One of the American one, Love is Blind, which has elements of Married at First Sight in that, although they do see each other, but not until they get married. But they've formed a relationship before then. Married at First Sight, they haven't. They've never formed any relationship until they're, they get to know each other after they're married. Love at First Sight is where they're in these pods and they're talking to each other through this wall, and they get to know each other. But because it's American, it irritates the life out of me. You know, you've got, I have dogs. Excuse my accent. Oh, I have dogs. You have dogs? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That. Oh, we should get married. It's stuff like that. I think, right. I have spiders. Do you have spiders? We should get married. But that's the way it is. Americans are so over the top. But it is coming to England, that series, trust me. And that would be better to watch, because I think that'd be more relatable. Especially with people with different accents. That'd be more relatable. But I have enjoyed it. But then there's a new one that started last week, which is just mental. 5 Guys a Week, where 5 guys move in with somebody, this woman, and they're all vying for attention and obviously in competition with each other, and she throws one out every day. And I just think, to me, it reminds me a little bit of The Bachelor, in where you're all vying with each other for the attention of one person. I wouldn't put myself in that position where I'm in competition with everybody else. I just wouldn't. But, so I don't know what sort of person would apply for that. Because you just think, I don't know. I'm guessing that the guys that they've chosen, each one has got some quality that she likes. A bit like Naked Attraction, apparently. You know, they're all in these pods of all possessing a quality that this person choosing likes. So I'm guessing there's an element of that. But at the same time, you don't really know. It's chemistry, isn't it? You don't really know till you spend some time with that person, how you're getting on and how you feel about them. And it's all about chemistry. And lust plays a massive part. If you fancy somebody, plays a massive part. Can you imagine living with 5 guys and you didn't fancy any of them? It'd be like, Christ, you didn't even like any of them. That, I know it'll only be for a week, but my God, what a long week. What an absolutely long week. It's bad enough sat in staff canteen, sat with somebody you don't like for 5 minutes, never mind a week. So, but I'll be watching it, because that's another one. It's just how dating shows have gone. They've gone more and more extreme, which is fascinating in a way, but I think, where will it end? Where will it end? It's going to be, I don't know. And there'll never be short of people applying, because there's so many people who are single, sadly enough. And that is part of how society's become, because everybody's working life now is different. When I was young, everybody worked 9 to 5, 9 to 6, and we're all in the pub at the same time every weekend, Friday, Saturday. Same pubs, used to do the round of all the pubs and you'd see the same people. Go to nightclubs, see the same people, which is probably why I've started venturing more further afield. But that's how you met somebody. You're all in the same place more or less at the same time. But obviously society's changed a hell of a lot. But there's so many people now on dating apps who are single, lovely people who shouldn't be single, but they are. So there'll never be a shortage of people applying for dating shows, because ultimately they do want to find that one person. They do. And I keep going about first dates, but first dates is, they do their utmost to try and find a match for you. I'm sure they all do, but first dates, when you watch it and they get on and you just see them click, it's so nice. It just makes my heart smile. But yeah, I love it. So I'm interested to see what the next format is. There's a few others as well which I don't really watch, like Dress to Impress. I don't really watch that. It's I think it's a bit young, where people choose somebody on how they've been styled, how they've styled them, that person. But then you've got Celebs Go Dating, which I used to watch, but now it's got a bit samey, and it's like, I'm not interested in half of their celebs who are on. I don't care if they're single, if they want to meet somebody. They've had some really lovely people on, but at the same time they've had some total idiots. And it's lost its appeal for me now, Celebs Go Dating. It really has, but I did used to watch it. And there's probably loads more I can't even think of at the minute, which I do watch, because I do watch them all. And there we are. So they should... Flirty Dancing is another one. I like Flirty Dancing, and I like the fact they've had a couple of older people on that. They should do more dating shows for older people, because older people have always got something to say. I don't mean they never shut up. They've lived lives, they've got things to say, whereas you watch things like Love Island, where you've got 22, 23-year-olds who have absolutely nothing to say at all. Nothing to say. And yet you've got a group of maybe 27, 28, and it's far more interesting because they've got a bit of life experience. So I've always enjoyed Love Island more when they've got a couple of the older ones on. But yeah, I didn't watch it this time, as you know, because I switched off after last year, and I won't be watching it again. I'm done with Love Island. I did used to watch it, but not anymore. So yeah, some of them are possibly a bit too young, but it doesn't mean that that's not what... Well, it is why I don't watch them, because it's boring. It's like they've got the personality of a cobweb on a bad day, but it's like, I can't watch it. So I'm waiting for the next extreme one to come, and we'll see what happens before then. And in the meantime, actually, with this virus thing going on, this is going to be interesting now for dating apps. And somebody tweeted this today, and they're quite right. People aren't going to want to meet up because of what's going on. So people might actually have to have conversations and get to know somebody before they meet up. So all this, I say meet up, you're ghosted 9 times out of 10 before you meet up with somebody anyway. So you've got conversations with people. You think, yeah, you're going to have a couple of dates out of that. No. You're lucky if you get 1 out of 20 conversations, honestly. And it's hard work. It's like a part-time job. It's like I go to work full-time, and then it's a part-time job doing that, trying to be on dating sites. It really, really is. But with this now, there's going to be a lot more conversation, and hopefully this might be a good thing. Keep posted on that one. And on that note, I'll see you soon.